My bad, I realized that in the first video I said that I would let you know how much I paid for it. I did end up paying. Alright, so today I'm going to try and tackle this front window tint, this like front windshield visor tint, as well as obviously the driver's side window tint. I do have a steamer here that I'm gonna try and use to remove the tint, and I also have some new razor blades, so I'll probably only need one. Obviously I'll this window down a little bit, microfiber towel for any excess water. So I said I'm gonna start along the edge right here, and I am using a Garmin steamer, so I'm really not sure how long I should even be leaving it on here, but this is all gonna be a bunch of firsts. I should probably lower this a little bit more. It still looks like it's kind of coming off. Oop, there we go. The reason I'm using a brand new blade is to make sure that I don't scratch the window as I'm removing this. So I'm just really not wanting to like leave so much residue on it. I don't want to be just like stuck trying to just completely scrub off glue, but maybe taking the glue off isn't as bad as I think. Alright, I finally got that stubborn piece going, so hopefully I'll be able to remove this much faster now. I'm gonna finish this up and then show a little bit of the after. This was actually a bigger pain in the butt than I thought it was gonna be. Like it's also it's just my confidence level as far as getting this off and like making sure that I don't like scratch the window. That's why it took me so long to get it kind of going at the very top. That's so much glue. That's all the stuff that I was trying to avoid, because I know that's gonna be a pain in the butt to take off. But oh well, and I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Hopefully the right side is a little bit better. You can definitely see all that glue, so could be me rushing through it. I did get a little excited as I started to see it really come off. I might use like some type of rubbing alcohol for this glue. I really don't want to use the razor blade, even though it's a new one. With my luck, I'll end up scratching the freaking window. I'm gonna tackle the driver's side first, get that removed, and then I'll see what I do about the rest of that glue. So timing it now, it looks like it's 12:37, so see how long this actually takes me this time. $1:05. Definitely took me a lot longer than I thought, but not as bad as the passenger side, so I think this is definitely gonna be tricky. The fact that it is warm out might help to move this along a bit more, especially because the sun's like beating like right here. So yeah, this one's definitely moving along a lot nicer than the windows did. I definitely feel a difference here. It's just kind of coming right off. I guess I didn't need the towels either. Nice. On the driver's side, I used a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, and I say a little bit because I only had a little bit of it. And so what I was doing with the hydrogen peroxide is I would soak a towel, and then I would put it up against, like, let's say like this piece here, let it kind of soak for a little bit, and then start rubbing it off. Now you probably just saw that I'm holding a goo off because I just happen to also have this stuff. I did go ahead and use this on the rest of the driver's side window, and it was pretty fast. I'm a bit more hesitant with this stuff because it's probably a lot harsher, so I just do try to be a bit careful when I'm using this to make sure that I'm not getting it all over like the interior or like the sides of the doors and whatnot. So alright, so I'm finally done. No more window visor tint there, no more driver's side tint, and no more passenger side tint. So you can see right through this. This took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. The glue for sure made it the worst as far as taking that stuff off. I'm still contemplating about the rear windows and like the back window. All in all, I'm pretty happy with the results. Sometimes I just murk up my words, you know what I mean? And see, it's kind of weird because it feels like it's still tinted to an extent. So like, I don't know. That's just me though. I didn't like how dark it was before. So we'll see. 3 days later, I ended up going all in and removing everything. So the rear passenger side, and then the biggest one was the rear window. This was probably the easiest to remove with the least amount of glue. Maybe because the sun was hitting it as I was removing it. Although I did have a mishap, and I'll tell you about that right now. But yes, everything's been removed. Also the rear passenger and the driver's side. I ended up taking off this layer from the rear window, and I thought that was it, and it was way too easy. But then the window was still pretty dark, and then I realized that I must have taken off like half of it by accident. The thin glossy thing, I don't know, but this ended up staying. So yeah, so it was so dark, and I'm like, this doesn't look right. I ended up asking a buddy of mine if he knew if these windows were tinted or if I was bugging or what. Definitely like it better without the tint, so I think it just suits me better. Now I'm just waiting for the OEM headlights to arrive so that I can replace those. Definitely a reverse mod on this car. Also, my bad, I realized that in the first video I said that I would let you know how much I paid for it in the next one, and I loaded the second video without saying how much it was that I paid, but I did end up paying $9,500 for the car, which again for California isn't too bad. It is under 100k miles. I'm hoping that just cosmetically it just needed a little bit of work. But yeah, let me know what you think.